I've been a creative entrepreneur for just over a year and a half, and I still don't know how to make money. Hustle and grind has never worked for me. What I do know how to do is use my intuition, my inner child, my sensuality, and my femininity and natural magnetism to consistently and reliably attract aligned clients to my creative business, to build offers and content rooted in my purpose, my interests, my lived experiences, and to monetize and grow an audience from 0 to 10,000 over 10,000 people simply by telling my story and expressing myself, no matter what niche I'm talking about, whether it's art, creativity, mindset, creative entrepreneurship, whatever I want to talk about, I can create videos that land consistently by tapping into this natural resource that I have, my natural magnetism, my story, my interest. And that's what I can show you how to do. Magnetism, as in letting things come to you. I don't know how to make things happen, how to force things. That has never worked for me. But I can show you how to become a magnet and build a magnetic personal brand that effortlessly attracts things to you and creates the space where your presence alone does the heavy lifting for you. Your imperfections, your flaws, your blockages, you in full, without having to meet all these self imposed conditions with editing, being perfect, over delivering, overperforming, underpricing, doing the most, contorting yourself, bending over backwards, all these roles that women are often forced into. None of that is required. So let's talk about it. So, I'm not going to teach you how to make money in this video because that's not my expertise. And that's the problem. If you're watching this video, you likely already know how to make money, but do you know how to attract it? Do you know how to receive? Let things come to you. Just be in your body, in your present, without always having to go hunt it down, be the doer, make it happen, build it from scratch, but allow it to come to you simply by being your most authentic self. Abundance is attracted, it is not earned. Similar to how we say earn a living, are we serious right now? We have to earn the right to live. So this is about unlearning that hustle and grind mindset along with internalized misogyny. So when I say attracting abundance, money is just one of the things. Money is a part of abundance. It's just one of the things that happens to come along with the magnetic force that you become, that you already are, and really it's just learning to reconnect and access that force again. So I'm going to break this down into 3 steps. One, I want you to, step number 1 is locate your natural magnetism. What do I mean by natural magnetism? And this will tie into the internalized misogyny a bit as well. So, your natural magnetism, the difference is a lot of women, so many women, many of us, almost all of us have experienced living under the pressure of who we are expected to be and abandoning who we actually are. So, our periods, our hormonal cycles, listening to that, leaning into that, and beginning to wield it like a superpower, aligning our workflow, our offers with the different cyclical phases we go through in the month, right? Your inner wisdom, your inner dialogue, just the passing thoughts you have every day, your perspective, your imperfections and your flaws included in that perspective, right? Magnets don't just have a positive side, they have a positive and a negative. So all these things that you think are obstacles are actually things you can use to amplify your magnetism once you learn how to alchemize them. For me, I alchemize every obstacle I've been through, every blockage, every traumatic thing I've overcome, I've alchemized into an offer or some sort of remote and passive income for myself. I alchemize it into content that helps liberate other women as well. So that's the type of work I'm talking about, right? And without any of those experiences that I used to think held me back or were such huge challenges, I wouldn't have a creative business. I wouldn't have anything to create this abundance around. So your inner child, those dreams and things you loved as a kid that lit you up, your intuition, your creativity, your sensuality, all of these things, many of these things, women chronically have wounded and unhealthy relationships with. And this is where the natural magnetism is and why so many women haven't accessed it. We have this limitless well within all of us, and like a trust fund, and all you have to do is open the account. And so many women go their entire lives without opening the account, doing things the hard way. And they go and they outsource their success and outsource everything when it was within them the entire time. But we are set up to fail because we are never set up to look within ourselves for the answers. We're always set up to seek external validation and approval before trusting our dreams, those dreams we've been letting collect dust for years, our ideas, and inner critic. A loud dictator voice begins to take over and shut down those ideas, and then that voice becomes normal to us. So when I say internalized misogyny, I mean we are set up, everything in our lives, medical research, the work structure, the 9 to 5, how it resets every day with just like the male hormonal cycle resets every 24 hours, right? Everything is centered around the male nervous system, brain, body, like we are just a smaller version of a man when we have a whole separate ecosystem going on. I can't believe that the 4 phases of our hormonal cycle isn't common knowledge. I just learned about that in my 20s, and I should have been taught that in school. So that's what I mean. You're not supposed to make money like a man. Your workday is not supposed to look like another man's. Your brain doesn't work like a man's. So the way that you sell, create content, build a creative business, show up, move through the world does not have to look like this one size fits all template that has been forced upon you. Never made with you in mind. But it's scarier to pave your own path and to trust that, even though it is much more rewarding. So my next tip is expect resistance. Authenticity is likely uncomfortable. When you've been contorted for so long, bent over backwards, your ankle is on top of your head, like, and that becomes normal to you, being actually comfortable, not contorted, will feel unfamiliar. And to the nervous system, like on a nervous system level, on a neuroscientific level, your brain is going to fight you on this. And that is a good thing. You need to use that as a guide. If you're feeling dumb, like you're learning how to walk for the first time again, you are in the right place. You should not be comfortable. Because what is comfortable to you? Comfortable is putting everybody else's opinions and feelings before you check in with yourself. It's comfortable spending hours editing, ideating, overthinking, and presenting this perfectly polished version of yourself because that's the only version you think will be accepted. And so the opposite end, even though it's better for you, may feel terrifying. So expect resistance. That's all I'm going to say. Ease is not without effort. You're breaking patterns that you have been sustaining for years and building a new neural pathway. So it's going to feel shaky, and lean into that feeling. That's what it's supposed to feel like. I think a lot of adults, especially, are very resistant to feeling like we're new at something, feeling like beginners. So locate your natural magnetism. Let me go back a bit. Let me slow down. Your natural magnetism is located likely in the areas that you have been neglecting. I feel like so many women put themselves last. So you're going to have to do the opposite of what feels comfortable throughout this journey. And that is how you get to know yourself again. Your inner child, your higher self has never left, is always a part of you. But I like to say, for example, you might feel a lot of impostor syndrome with this. And impostor syndrome is the best sign you can have because a mentor told me that impostor syndrome is not a bad sign. It's simply that you are a stranger to the version of yourself that you're trying to embody. But that doesn't mean that the version of yourself that you're embodying is wrong or not capable. Just a stranger. And in order to change that, you just have to give yourself enough time and repetition to get to know this new reality, this new version of yourself, and to trust it. When it comes to content creation, this is where I see a lot of women's blocks manifest. The way you move through content creation often mirrors the way that you move through the world. This ties into my next and my third and final step, which is stop the self-editing. This ties into content creation, but so many other things. But I think essentially it comes down to be okay with people, be okay with sharing the real you, the flaws and everything, and be okay with people saying no. I think it's easier for people to say no to a curated version of yourself because it creates some distance between you and that person. But when you show your real self and somebody still says no, that feels like it can really uproot your self-esteem. But that's how you strengthen your confidence and your self-trust within your voice and your story, because you shouldn't be outsourcing your self-worth based on how productive you are, how good you make other people feel, servitude anyways, which so many women do. So many women are taught to move through the world that way and survive that way. Success does not require survival and self-sacrifice anymore. True success does not have all these conditions. And whether it's consciously or not. The conditions at some point become self-imposed. Somebody else wrote them, and you chose to uphold that. And you have the choice and the liberation to choose something different. And that's what this work is. What YouTube has brought me in allowing me to amplify and direct and wield my natural magnetism is liberation from any self-imposed conditions and limiting beliefs. I've transcended them through this work. So stop the self-editing. A lot of creatives edit out their authenticity. They edit out all the mistakes. They overscript because it's honestly, content creation is practicing vulnerability. They don't want to be vulnerable. They feel exposed, and that's what this work is going to do. It allows you to soften up. You have to soften up. You have to surrender to just whatever, all these feelings that come up. And this is why it can be hard to do on your own, because it's so normal to self-edit. An idea comes up, your intuition tells you how to draw in your audience, how to bring people to you, what your next step is to naturally, the path of least resistance, to naturally bring your desire to you. And then your brain goes, that's unrealistic. You can't do that. You need to look here first. You need to do more. And that voice is so normal that it can be really hard to catch. So that's why this can be hard to do on your own. And when that voice is so normal, you trust that voice more than your intuition, more than your inner child, more than your higher self. So the way I began doing this work, I discovered this through content creation as well, and I was reaching a bottleneck because I felt like every video had to be edited, and I could only post once a week because of how much capacity I had for editing, and I would go through these dips where videos wouldn't land for months and months, and I felt like I wasn't seeing the fruits of my labor, no matter how much strategy, no matter how much time I went into it. And then I posted for 30 days straight, just one take, sitting, not editing my videos, allowing every version of myself to be seen, allowing myself to post within several niches, across several formats. And now within my channel, I've had videos land in every single niche that I want to talk about, every single format, whether I edited it or not, every single thumbnail format, whether it was edited or just me posing, not optimized, no words, nothing, no makeup, nothing. I've been able to attract abundance and do numbers and outperform videos I spent hours and days and weeks on simply by building a personal brand rooted in my presence. My presence is enough. So that's the starting point that I give to you, is to break all these rules you have about content creation, about attracting abundance, about these rules of life and expression and art for 30 days straight, and share your story for 30 days straight. One takes. If this interests you, I do guide creatives through this process, and I'm hosting a cohort all throughout August. We're going to be posting, and I'm going to be posting with you guys, sharing kind of during an inconvenient time because I'll be going abroad. I booked a one-way to Southeast Asia, and it'll be my first month, and I'm documenting that transitional phase of my life as I've built a full remote creative business around, what I've just shared with you. So it's my first, I'm taking the leap. I've been working to do this work because I want to move abroad. So I'm going to be posting for every day, sharing my process with that. And I have a group of wonderful creatives doing the same thing and breaking these patterns that are putting them in a box, essentially, imprisoning them in their own mind, in their own life. That's all I got for this video. Thank you so much, so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And until next time.